Oh, well, it was in all kinds of forms other than those two. I mean, it started out like really like a band, in rock clubs, and was in a more of a cabaret setting. It was in a sort of pseudo cabaret theater setting, then it was in a theater, then it was a film, it's been in concert, which is a whole different thing. We're preparing to have it on Broadway, which will be a different. So to me, I don't differentiate them by in terms of one's more successful than the other. They all have their challenges, they all have their rewards, and to me, they're complementary. So I just enjoyed being able to try it in different venues, and also enjoyed seeing other people do it as well. I'm never micromanaging about other productions. Some people get very uptight about protecting their property, and it can only be done this way. To me, that kind of kills it, makes it a museum piece. Well, it was really my composer and I mean, from the beginning. I mean, I was playing around with some ideas and knew I wanted to make a rock theater piece with the Plato's story of the origin of love as the central metaphor, and met with a few composers, and then Stephen Trask, the songwriter, came on, and we really developed it for many years together. So bits and pieces of both of our lives came through. His struggling music career, my growing up in the army bases. It's not really autobiographical story in terms of facts, but it's definitely emotionally autobiographical. Moving around a lot as a kid, and my father being the military commander of Berlin before the wall came down, and there was a woman who was our babysitter, a German divorcee living in a trailer park, who was my brother's babysitter and a prostitute on the side, and I didn't really clock that till later, but she was the original inspiration for Hedwig. And then, other characters in my life were grafted on her, but, probably her aesthetic came from other people, but her emotional core just came from my own, sort of feeling like a citizen of the world, kind of seeking out interaction and connection in a chaotic kind of, you know, sort of, I don't know what to call it. I guess a kind of understanding that we're all very much these hybrids of all the people that we've met, and men, women, lovers, mothers, fathers, and reinterpreting the myth of the origin of love as a kind of collage of all the people we know, rather than just two halves. So, it's still something that my interpretation of changes, when I look at it as I age. I don't know yet, because I haven't really, entered that realm yet. It's interesting to think about it in terms of writing and directing, but I really don't know till I get there. But it's a kind of an ageless character. Could be, she really could be telling her story at any given time, in her life, and, I could be doing it in a wheelchair at some point. But there's, I don't know. We'll see.